Welcome to the Ingress Insights podcast, hosted by PkmnTrainerJ. Ingress Insights is a podcast about the Niantic game Ingress. Listen each week for the latest news, updates and rumours. Let us know your thoughts by leaving a voice message or emailing us at the links in the show notes.
Hello agents, and welcome to a special episode of the Ingress Insights podcast. In this week's episode, we won't be covering any news. This is an episode that's recorded when I may not have time to get an episode out, and part of this episode is going to be explaining what the hell is Ingress to any new agents. So we'll be going over how Ingress describes their game, how you can play it, and the kind of things that you should be doing in the game. So first of all, I'll move into how Ingress describes the game on their own website. Ingress's website, which is just ingress.com, says that Ingress is a worldwide team-based geo-mobile turret control. Join one of two factions locked in a hidden conflicts taking place all around you. The world is not what it seems. Discover, strategize, collaborate. It's time to move. You may know Ingress from other AR games like Pokemon Go, because that's another Niantic product. The basic premise in Ingress is to make fields and capture the most mined units for your faction. In Ingress, you can choose to be either the Enlightened, the green team, or the Resistance, the blue team. There is some lore associated behind the choices, and as well as XM and portals that are in the game. However, I won't be going into the lore in this episode, maybe in a future one. Around you in Ingress, which you can get from the App Store or Play Store, you'll see portals on the map. These show up as small white dots at points of interest, such as churches, mosques, trail markers, bridges, things like that. So you should already have some that are around you, or if not in your next big local area, you'll be able to see plenty there. They may not be white. White is a neutral colour for them. Your aim as a member of either the Enlightened or Resistance is to capture those portals and turn them your colour. You do this by hacking a portal and gaining gear. The gear you want to gain to control these portals, if they are white, is Resonators. These will range from level 1 to level 8 and depends on your level of which ones you'll get from doing a hack of the portal. If the portals are the opposite faction colour, so say they're green when you're blue or blue when you're green, or red, which is a Machina AI controlled faction, what you'll want to do with those is blow them up. So you use XMPs, which again you get from hacking portals. You can then use those and blow up the portals, turn them white, and then recapture them, which will then turn them to your colour by placing resonators there. You can place up to 8 resonators on a portal per agent. There are restrictions on levels on how many you can place of each level. I won't get into that whilst we're covering the basics. One of the things of Ingress is meant to be more stealthy than other games, so other agents shouldn't necessarily know what you're up to unless you're organising with members of your faction. There are many different ways to play Ingress. So as I said, the main one that Ingress mention and regularly do events about is capturing portals and linking them together. Once you do have some portals captured, you'll get a portal key for doing some of the hacks. What you want to do with the portal key is click on link on the portal on your screen, and you'll then be able to send out a link to another portal. So if you think it's like capture the flag and then link all the flags together. Once you've made a triangle out of those links, you'll make a field, so anything covering that area will turn green, or blue if you're Resistance. You'll receive extra AP for this, which is the XP you need to level up in the game. And then you'll also receive some MU, which goes towards your faction's total score for that cycle, something I'll get into in a future episode. But the basics are, if it's not your colour, blow it up using XMPs. If it is your colour, you can add additional things to it and then link to other portals using that, as long as there's 8 resonators deployed on there. In Ingress, there's lots of badges that you'll see on your profile. You may start to earn some as you slowly level up. They range from bronze usually to all the way up to onyx. Some of the onyx ones are difficult to earn and take place many years. In this game, you level up from level 1 to level 16, and you can choose to start all over again on there and go back to level 1, This is called Recursion, and something that I'll cover again in a future episode of this, as well as the main activities of blowing up portals, hacking and linking. The next thing you want to learn about is the many events that go on. So Ingress publishes a quarterly events post on their website, as I said, ingress.com. You can also listen to this podcast where I'll update you on the news and events that are going on as well. One of the more well-known events for getting agents starting into the game is First Saturday. So this is a in-person event where you go and attend a location, hack portals within a city, and you get a badge tick for doing this as well. There'll be a lot of veteran agents there that know the game and can help you get used to the game, so you can look up the First Saturday events in Ingress's news post to see where there's local events to you, and then get out there and meet your local faction. Probably about covers all the quick basics that I'm going to run through for this episode. So I'll move on and get things wrapped up now for you as well. As I mentioned, it's only a brief show this time around. Next week there'll be the regular show where we'll go into more details about the current events going on, as well as any updates that have been happening in the game since then.
Hey, this is Sim, Global Product Marketing Lead for Peridot, and you're listening to Ingress Insights.
Thank you for listening to this special episode, agents. As I said, it was just a quick one to run through a few basics. I can in future spend some more time going through exact details of what a hack is, go into glyph hacking, recursions and other things within the game, such as scanning as well. But for now, thank you for listening to this shorter episode, and we'll be back next Sunday with our usual scheduled stuff, going through the latest news and updates and rumours, and getting you back out there and hacking. Have a great Sunday, agents.